We don't want to get upset for hitting the ball where we wanted to hit it. As you're playing this movie in your mind or seeing the bunker and saying, I don't want that, the brain just says, that's our target.
Oh,
it doesn't understand the language of, I don't want this.
Right.
This is what it's gonna feel like in my swing. And that's all my mind stays on.
Oh.
I acknowledge the
sounds
dangers.
hard, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, baby.
Dude.
Is this what pros do? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
That felt so easy, bro.
They focus on what they want.
Oh,
there you go,
my
bro. That was
God.
beautiful.
What up, y'all? Part 3, final part here of this little 3-part series. You haven't seen 1 and 2 yet, check out the links. Part 1 and 2 are down there. If you haven't seen or heard of Carlos, check him out. His links are below. Ton of great mental game we've covered already in the first 2 videos. This last part, dude, you mentioned loading the who, so give me a quick...
So loading the who is an extension to your 4-8 breath in your pre-shot routine, and we use a concept of gratitude to be able to keep us grounded on the course, right? So gratitude paints a certain story in your brain and helps keep the brain calm and cool, right? So for me, when I was rewriting my mental game, I noticed that I needed to ask myself, who am I being? Am I the guy that's completely missing the point on the course? When I'm at work, I wish I was here, and now I'm here and I'm missing the point. I'm upset, I'm getting angry. Any bad day on the course is better than, you know, a good day at the office, right?
Yeah.
So there we are, losing ourselves out on the course. So this gratitude practice keeps us seeing the big picture. I'm after the benefits of keeping my nervous system cool.
Yeah, I noticed that's a pattern from these last 2 videos that we discussed, where it's all about the breathing that impacts the nervous system, which would impact your minimal of twitching, or what we talked about, that you might not even think your body's doing, but like we talked about.
Absolutely.
You know,
so loading the who is just this moment where I step back in my pre-shot routine, I take that 4-8 breath, my mouth makes a as I breathe, so it looks like who, so it reminds me reminds me to ask myself, you know, who am I being as I design this shot? I'm the grateful person, I'm the happy guy, right? I'm the one that wants to be out here. So that's just one extra layer of making sure that I'm protected. If I had to sum this up into like, what would this be like as in a physical thing? Let's say like in working out, this would be like
the core,
the belt. This is the belt you put on to protect. You know? This is one more thing that keeps me safe.
Oh, I like that. Okay.
So I step back, load the who, design my shot, feel it out, regular pre-shot routine, go through my 4-8. And for me, I adopt a smile, because that little smile for me is like anchoring the who, because my true self is happy to be here. So that helps keep my nervous system cool, and then we hit the shot. A little left. That was an 8. Might be a little short, didn't catch it all.
The 4-8, I'm noticing it's just the core of it, huh?
Yeah.
Go, baby.
She's moving.
Yeah.
Let's go, baby.
Dude, I notice the feel of a shot is a little like different.
Yes.
Is that the breathing that I'm doing?
It's
because
just
I
feeling...
don't feel like, I don't know, I usually get real pumped when when I'm playing. And I notice here, like the last 2 shots, I was just like I mentioned jello or like pudding. Like I just like,
There's a flow to it.
And that's kind of what you're kind of going for?
Yes, that's what I want. That's the, you know, feeling like the nervous system is calm. That's what makes me feel that relaxed feeling. That's what helps me feel my body. Because I feel that like when we have an adrenaline dump, and that's how those jagged edges in the swing happen.
Yeah.
And it's the opposite of that relaxed jello feeling that you were talking about, right? To me, I like feeling that limber, relaxed feeling.
Okay.
Really dive into it. Like as you become a stronger noticer, you'll notice a lot of that stuff start to disappointment. Oh, I'm disappointed. And then it turns into anger. And then it turns into frustration. And then that frustration turns into voices and stories that match that feeling. Right? It could be like, oh, I can't believe I did this, and oh, you forgot, and oh, all of this language that starts to go into support that.
I can't believe you did it, you dumbass, like all that stuff.
Like such critical. Like if a friend told you these things, you'd be like, hey bro,
chill out.
I forgot, like I'm so sorry, like it's not the end of the world. But then there we are doing it to ourselves, you know, so
that's a good point.
That's one thing that golf teaches us, that if you can catch disappointment before it becomes anger, before it becomes resentment, before it becomes anything more extreme. But if you'll notice, like a lot of negative emotions start with disappointment, and that's no different in golf.
All right, loaded in the Who, 4-8. See, that felt good, but the result was bad. I want to ask him, like, what does he think about that? And when I did the Who, I felt good on the shot over the ball. I hit it and it felt good, but the result, as soon as I looked the ball pass, I'm like, oh, what the hell? So like at the moment where the ball was in flight, I'm like, all right, that felt good. It should be good.
Yes.
But the result, like past the green.
Yes.
And right away, I felt like it brought me down for a second.
Yes.
And is that something kind of where you talking about bringing back?
Yes. So it's funny, right? Because golf is so results oriented. But if we can let go of the result, it's going to help us. That was you got hit with a little shade of disappointment. It happens so fast. And that's where the meditation and the noticing begins to help, so that you can notice these things that happen in like a half microsecond.
It was fast too.
And this is something that happens to golfers, that you hit something that the way you wanted, and then it's disappointing, and then you get mad. And I've talked about this one before, where we don't want to get upset for hitting the ball where we wanted to hit it.
That is funny. That's funny when you said it out loud. I'm like, oh yeah, like why would you want to get upset? Like you were aiming for that. It didn't work out. Like, oh, I hit it where I wanted. It just, that wasn't the play or whatever, or I needed to do this or I needed to do that, but I hit this one the way I wanted. That was my intention, you know? So again, the moment that happens, it's, oh, well, that was disappointing. You know, and it's just the power of being able to just express it and set it free. All right, so we're back into the wind. This cool front has blown through, and I'm gonna load the Who again. And we're out here at the short course today, so it's just nice and relaxed practice. I'm gonna go through that process, load my gratitude. Happy to be out here with Raul, happy to be out here with my wife. So that's stuff you're telling yourself? Okay.
Yes, definitely. Whatever makes me grateful, whatever makes me feel, whatever's true.
So that in turn kind of, what, relaxes you, I guess?
Yes, because I'm focusing on gratitude, right? So this part, gratitude lights up parts of the brain, help us relax, help us feel good, send out the right chemicals to our brain, kind of sets the tone of what we're doing out here, you know what I mean? Of, if I'm even gonna attract what I want, I need to be kind of putting out that vibe early, you know what I mean? And if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. It's not always gonna guarantee a good shot, but what I'm looking to preserve are my emotions and my nervous system, right? So even if I don't get the result that I don't want, I'm gonna keep playing good golf or be able to score later because I didn't go down that rabbit hole. So in jiu-jitsu, there's this concept, right, where there's some submissions that you just don't want to get into. The defense is just don't get into it. You know, so it's the same thing with golf. Don't want to get into fight or flight. We can get out, we have ways, but it would be better if I didn't. Yeah, so that's what gratitude's for. I see the day, I see the fact that I'm here. Sometimes I even go all the way to like, hey man, I still feel good. I can swing. I'm grateful that I can still move. Maybe one day I won't be able to, you know, so I'm here, I'm under the sun. This is fantastic, you know,
Being
so
grateful.
Yeah, again, just seeing the big picture. And we pulled it, but it's cutting.
Sounded good.
We'll have a putt there.
Right now, first thing is like, that's all I see, a massive bunker, and I see into the wind. So I'm thinking, man, I got to get it there to get past the bunker. So the second thought I had in my head was, okay, if I can't do that, let me just miss to the right. So is that something? Because you mentioned negatively, so I'm already pointing out like wind, bunker.
You showed me all the danger.
Yeah.
You showed me everything you didn't want.
Exactly.
So essentially, as we mentioned earlier, if we only focus on the danger, then your worry becomes your rehearsal. Oh. So then I start telling my brain, targets are over here. Targets are the bunker. Not because you want to go there, but because that's all that's in your mind.
Right.
Your mind doesn't know that there's a don't there. All I see is bunker.
Oh, wow.
So as you're playing this movie in your mind or seeing the bunker and saying, I don't want that, the brain just says, that's our target.
Oh,
it doesn't understand the language of, I don't want this.
Right.
So imagine if I couldn't speak to you and I show you a movie and it's a bunker. You're gonna be like, oh, the bunker. Well, of course. But you're not gonna know that I'm saying no bunker.
Oh, I see. Okay.
So when it flashes, it just goes, oh, that's what we should go to.
So like on a hole like this where there's the wind, it's longer and the bunkers is like right there, do you just focus off like a miss, or do you just focus on a shot that you want?
I focus on what I want.
What you want.
What do I want? And what do I need to do to get there? So I know, all right, this is 120, 115 yards. Pitching wedge is more than enough. I flight it. This is what it's going to feel like in my swing. And that's all my mind stays on. I acknowledge the dangers.
Sounds hard, dude.
Yeah, because it's new, right? It's new. This other practice is more developed.
Yeah. So
the practice that you have, where a lot of golfers, it's just what don't I want? What I don't want? What I don't want? And
point out the dangers right away.
And sure, we have to do that. But then we go, what do I want? And from those dangers, we go, what do I want and where can I miss, right? Where's the miss?
Oh.
So we're acknowledging a bit of everything, but that's not our focus. Our focus is what you do want.
Okay, I like that. Okay, so what I do want, I want to, now tell me if this is like, negatively. So right now in my head, I'm like, all right, I want to fly the bunker. If I'm past the green, it's fine. But I'm aiming towards center of the green, really.
Yes.
And with the wind, it'll clear to the right, which in turn should be safe with the bunker. That's what the thoughts in my head.
Gotcha.
Is that partially?
I want to hear more about where you're going to be on the green.
Okay, center of the green is what I'm aiming for.
Center of the green. What kind of flight shot? What kind of flight?
A little fade with the wind.
What does the swing feel like?
Smooth.
Go for it.
That was good, dude. I didn't even think.
Yeah, just focus on what you want. The breathing's there. Your gratitude's there.
Oh, baby.
Dude.
Is this what pros do? Are you kidding me?
Yes.
That felt so easy, bro.
They focus on what they want. There you go, bro. That was beautiful.
Dude, that's a great way to end the video, too. That's dead center. Look at that. That's right close to the pin. So right now, dude, I'm looking good. I am so pumped. Right now, I feel my adrenaline racing. I'm excited. I want to run to the ball. You're telling me that's not good.
I'm telling you that's perfectly acceptable, and you should be excited, and we can have our moment to celebrate, but now we use the rest of it to
So you're saying it's okay to kind of release this, this stuff, but just remember to bring it back. Don't.
And it's not because we don't want to be excited. It's not because we don't want to celebrate. That's all fine and dandy, but that can also put a little bit of adrenaline into our body as well. Right. So as we're walking over, we get back to our 4-8 breath, kind of calm it. I like to body scan, kind of find out what the body is doing. Sometimes if you're not speaking and you're making your way over, let's kind of wait for 5 seconds and see if it's going on. Is the tongue pinned to the roof of your mouth sometimes?
No.
No? Okay, good. So that'll happen sometimes where we're a little tense about what's coming up. Maybe you're thinking about the birdie already.
Yeah.
So instead of that, we're just 4-8 breathing the whole way, which means we're just staying present.
That's good, dude. Wow, I never thought about this stuff before. Never.
So by the time you get to your putt, that's dissipated. We're using the walking to kind of burn it off, right?
Right.
Hit a couple great shots.
Dude, that's money. Look at that. And when before I was thinking about the bunker and missing over here. Like, dang.
So you start to see like, oh, I see why as an artist, I was designing all of these things that I didn't want.
Yeah.
You know, and we have to think of ourselves as artists, and what does your painting look like?
Right.
If you're painting a story of all the danger, and someone's gonna come see your painting, they'd be like, bunker, water, OB, you know, you've painted all the things you don't want,
right.
you know, so gotta just kind of, okay, that's there, but getting back to what I do want.
Right. So here you got a fairly long putt. What do you kind of?
I load the who with putting as well.
Same thing. Okay.
I load the who with chipping. I load the who with
every
everything.
shot then.
Yeah, everything, non-stop. What falls away is whether or not I'm successful with this shot. I'd rather walk away with my mind, body, and spirit intact than whatever this is.
Like a meltdown or something. Yeah. A big breakdown.
Exactly.
Got
So,
it.
because I'm grateful to be here, it don't matter where this ball goes.
Okay.
That's why I have no attachment to it. Because to me, it doesn't matter. Where this ball goes doesn't decide whether I'm going to be happy or not.
Good speed.
Little shorty.
Not bad, not bad.
We got lots of growth.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like whatever. And that's a good way to practice so that you can just be like, things don't matter.
Right.
I'm just practicing. It's okay. It's okay to not feel like, oh, I gotta knock this in. Or even remove some of the language. Like, this isn't a birdie. This is a putt.
Ooh. Okay.
That's why sometimes you'll nail par putts more than birdie putts.
Yeah.
Because a birdie has more value.
Yeah.
So if it has more value, that means I'm more deeply attached to it. More attachment, that's why you don't get it.
Oh man,
So-
I didn't think about that.
How many times do you come up to a putt and you say, I want this putt?
So right now, yeah,
I
as we
want this
were walking up, I'm like, dude, it'd be so sweet if I could knock this in. When I'm playing and I have a birdie putt like this, I'm thinking already like, let's get this in and let's go to the next hole, because the next hole is like a par 5. We can get another birdie.
Yeah.
This is a par 3, so I'm kind of stealing one.
Yes.
As a way. So like I didn't anticipate making a birdie
Yeah.
coming to this hole, but now I have the opportunity. But then like, is that so you're saying all of that in my head is kind of like,
That's forward.
Yeah.
That's future.
Yeah.
It sounds like a good idea.
Yeah.
It sounds like I'm being strategic.
right, which I thought was the mental game, which is like what you needed.
But instead we're going forward. And then we go forward, we're not here. And it's not that the forwardness is a bad thing. It's just that typically the forwardness in the past involve a negative emotion. So forwards, it's going to be pressure.
Right.
God, I got to do this.
Yeah.
I must.
Yeah.
To finish off on this 9 hole, I need to finish whatever on hole 8, 9. You know, to finish like this, and that's where the pressure starts to pack on, and that's where we start to miss.
Okay.
Have fun, buddy. Throw it in.
Nice.
Put it close. Whatever happens, happens.
That's just regular little putt.
Yeah.
Man, dude, that's awesome, dude.
Tracking, man. Tracking.
Man, I like it.
Let's pop off so you can hit.
Yeah.
We'll finish up over there.
Okay. This is video number 3. Shout outs to Carlos for stopping by. Lori, thank you so much for behind the camera. We're gonna put this to the course, right?
Yes, now we got to take all these things that we practiced, these concepts that we practiced on the short course, and put them out into the course.
Dude, and we ended with such a high note. Like, I feel like such a high right now after that shot. And it's not even my clubs either.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, dang.
Yeah, that just goes to show, you know, like when you kind of remove expectations and just let go and just do, you play your best golf.
Stay tuned for next week. We're gonna do 9 holes and we're gonna try to implement what he's talking, or we learned these last 3 videos, try to put it to the course. Because I feel great right now, ending the way we did, but I really want to put to what I'm thinking on the course, and you kind of tell me that, because my head, my mind races so much.
Yes.
Dude. And like I explained earlier in the videos. So I'm really excited to see if this really helps my game.
Yes.
If I can break, should I shoot par or break it this year, baby? Oh, it's so pumped.
We're gonna get it done, man.
I feel it.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys for watching. Check out Carlos and Lori. Links are in the description below, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you, guys.
Peace.